Hello and welcome to the news at 10 on NTA News 24 live in Abuja. I'm Comfort Amodu. Let's bring you some of the headlines. President Bola Tinubu welcomes release of 24 abducted school girls in Maga Kebbi State. Tasked security agents to rescue remaining students still in captivity. House of Representatives holds special plenary on national security, urges Nigerians to close ranks against security threats.
We must resist fear and stand firm against those who rely on cruelty to advance their evil ideologies.
Nigerian Union of Teachers backs temporary closure of schools in vulnerable areas of the country. Central Bank of Nigeria retains interest rate at 27% as external reserves surge past $46 billion. All right, good morning. Welcome to the news. Let's start with President Bola Tinubu welcoming the release of the 24 school girls abducted by terrorists in Maga Kebbi last Monday. Terrorists struck at the school at dawn on November 17 and abducted the girls moments after military detachment left the premises. The Kebbi incident triggered some other copycat kidnappings in Eruku in Kwara State and Papiri in Niger State. All 38 kidnapped victims in Eruku were freed on Sunday, the same day. Niger State chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria said school of rather 50 of the missing students of the Catholic school in Niger State have been found in their parents' homes. A statement signed by Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, says President Tinubu applauded security agents for the efforts made to secure freedom of all the victims. He also said that they are taking ways to address this issue going forward. Now he taxes security agents to make more efforts to rescue the remaining students still being held captive. He says, as a matter of urgency, more boots are required to be on ground in vulnerable areas to avert further incidents of kidnapping, promising that government will offer all assistance needed to secure safe return of the captives. Joining us from Kebbi for more update on the release of the schoolgirls is NTA correspondent Abdul Jalil Mohammed Bawa. Abdul Jalil, what is the current situation in Kebbi State there, and what step is the state government taking further to actually prevent a recurrence of these, or at least safeguard the school children?
Thank you, Comfort. Right now, I am at the Kebbi State Government House, where we are expecting the students to be handed over to their parents. As you were aware, yesterday, Governor Nasir Idris issued a press release of their release, and subsequently, in the midnight, just towards the beginning of today, the students were handed over to the state government by the theater commander of Operation Fansanyama, Major General G. Idris, alongside the State Minister of Defense, Bello Matawale, to Governor Nasir Idris, and the students were handed over to the health and healthy, no injury, no death, no health issue recorded. So any moment from now, we are waiting for the official handing over of the rescued schoolgirls to their parents here in Birmingham. They are currently atmosphere in Birnin Kebbi is a celebration atmosphere activated everywhere. People are thanking the federal government and state government effort in the rescue mission.
All right, so while we await the handing over, from the information you have there, are all the children accounted for, or are some of them still missing?
No student is missing. All of them, the 24 students, have been successfully rescued and in very good health condition.
All right, thank you so much, Abdul Jalil, for the update from Kebbi State there. We'll stay connected to get more information as the state government put forward more stronger security measures to safeguard the children in the state.
Okay, thank you.
Now, the House of Representatives has affirmed that the government of Nigeria will never support or sponsor violence against its own citizens. Speaker of the House, Abbas Tajuddin, stated this at a special plenary on national security convened to debate existing and emerging security challenges facing the country. National Assembly correspondent Mitairi Ikpen reports on these and other resolutions.
Heightened security challenges in the country, especially recent mass abductions, prompted the House leadership to dedicate this plenary solely to deliberate on national security. The Speaker sets the tone, attributing a resurgence of violence to internal and external factors, while urging Nigerians not to succumb to the desire of terrorists to instill fear.
These acts have been carried out by violent groups pursuing their own agendas. They do not reflect the policy or practice of the Nigerian state. We must resist fear and stand firm against those who rely on cruelty to advance their evil ideologies.
From Security Committee presentations to zonal situation reports, lawmakers were frank about the need to take the bull by the horns.
As we are approaching 2027, Mr. Speaker, we will all be expected to have a peaceful conduct of our polls. How do you have that if our communities, local communities, are plunged into crisis?
We know what is happening to our soldiers on the front line, particularly the story of General Musa Uba. All these bandits originate from some homes, and they are not from heaven. Somebody gave birth to them. There's need for us to look at our family size.
They, however, urged Nigerians to close ranks to tackle the multifaceted security threats.
Discouraging ransom payments to bandits. I know it's difficult, it's easier to say, but when you pay these ransoms, they use them to acquire more weapons and kidnap more and invade more communities.
Many will say banning amnesty negotiation is too rigid. My response, Mr. Speaker, is show me one amnesty deal in Zamfara, Katsina, Sokoto, Southeast, wherever in Nigeria, that has produced lasting peace. What we have seen are staged ceremonies, rusty weapons surrendered, violence resuming within months.
We don't have an option than to go back to community policing or state policing.
The Nigerian police is currently overstretched, underfunding, underarmed, and underpaid. This is coupled with the other institutional challenges also confronted by the Nigerian police. Policing a nation as big as Nigeria, it is not a small job.
The House hopes to aggregate the submissions into a unified resolution that will be transmitted to the executive for action. From the National Assembly, Mitairi Ikpen, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Nigerian Union of Teachers are giving their backing on the temporal closure of schools in vulnerable areas of the country until adequate security measures are put in place to secure the school environment. National President of the Union, Audu Titus Amba, made this position known at a media briefing in Abuja, from where Joseph Otsen reports.
It is a struggle giving hope to the students and teachers that came under bandits' attacks recently.
Protecting our learning environment.
The first call is for government to ensure the immediate release of all those adopted.
The NUT viewed this gracious incident not just as attack on school, teachers and learners, but a direct assault on the very foundation of education and sustainable development of our nation.
The teachers' union is in support of the actions taken by authorities to temporarily close down schools in some parts of the country to avoid a repeat of what happened in Kebbi and Niger states.
To allow school on or open, then children will be picked up maybe the next day. The best thing is to save them first and begin to maybe work towards seeing how you can continually protect the environment.
To the school teachers, the recent happening is a wake-up call on the full implementation of the Safe School Declaration, as they emphasize education is a major tool to deal with the current attacks on the nation's education sector. In Abuja, Joseph Utsen, NTA News.
And we go to Niger State, where the Inspector General Police Kayode Egbetokun is emphasizing renewed pact with state governments and community leaders, even as they become more responsible for the security of vulnerable communities. Hussaina Musa reports that the visit of the Inspector General Police to Niger State was to assess the security situation and boost the morale of the personnel.
The visit of the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, is as a result of the recent abduction of students and staff of St. Mary's Catholic School, Papiri, in Agoro local government area. The Inspector General stressed the need for a united and coordinated response by all to address insecurity in the country. While sympathizing with the parents and families of those abducted, the IG assured that all machinery of the force is being utilized to bring back those in captivity.
We need a united action to address these challenges. Niger State is too important to Nigeria not to give it the priority attention it deserves. While we are encouraged with the escape of 50 of them who have been reunited with their families, we carry a heavy burden of rescuing all the remaining students and their teachers still in captivity. We have deployed additional tactical assets to Niger State. We have expanded our intelligence platform.
Niger State is poised for continued collaboration with the police and the police community, and also for all necessary information that will be available, we will share with you.
Governor Muhammad Umar Bago also disclosed that there is positive update on the Papri kidnap incident, as a yet to be ascertained number have been recovered. Emina Hussaina Musa, NTA News.
President Bola Tinubu is introducing fundamental reforms to legal practice in Nigeria to ensure practitioners conform to ethics, are accountable, as well as enhance access to justice. A proposal to that effect, the Legal Practitioners Act repeal and reenactment bill, has been transmitted to the National Assembly for consideration and passage. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, while reading the executive communication, said the bill has proposals for issuance of license to legal practitioners, introduction of 2-year tutelage, and compulsory continuous professional development program.
The draft bill introduces a new legal framework strengthening the regulation of the legal profession in Nigeria and providing necessary reforms to enhance professional standards, discipline, mechanisms, and public confidence in legal practice in Nigeria.
In another development, Senate has, in line with tradition, adjourned plenary in honor of late Senator Okechukwu Ezia, representing Enugu North, who died last week, Tuesday. Vice President Kashim Shettima is back in Abuja from Luanda, Angola, after successfully representing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the 7th African Union-European Union Summit. The Vice President had delivered President Tinubu's statement in which the Nigerian leader intensified the nation's call for Africa to secure permanent seats with veto-wielding authority of the United Nations Security Council, insisting that comprehensive reform of the global governance system is long overdue. The president, in his statement, also tasked the European Union with co-creating peace and security initiatives alongside its African partners anchored on African-led frameworks as a pathway to achieving sustainable stability across the continent. At the first session of the G20 Leaders Summit in Johannesburg, South Africa, the president urged world leaders to come up with a more equitable and responsive system to manage global financial flows and sincerely address the recurring debt crisis in a manner that meets the needs of all nations. At the third session of the G20 Leaders Summit on Sunday, the president called for a global framework that benefits communities hosting critical minerals in Nigeria and Africa, ensuring value addition at the source. He also backed the creation of global ethical standards for artificial intelligence aimed at speeding up development across the world. You're watching the news at 10. More reports ahead right after this break.
Of the homecoming and grand reception earlier scheduled for 28th November 2025 in Kafanchan, Southern Kaduna, hereby announces the indefinite suspension of the event. This difficult but necessary decision is taken in full solidarity with His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR and the Federal Republic of Nigeria at a time when the entire nation is deeply focused on pressing national security challenges that demand the undivided attention of all citizens, particularly our distinguished son, General Christopher Gwabin Musa OFR, the immediate past Chief of Defense Staff. We sincerely apologize to His Excellency Senator Ubasani CON, Executive Governor of Kaduna State, the Honorable Speaker House of Representatives, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas GCON, all royal fathers, distinguished invited guests, religious leaders, media partners, donors, volunteers, and the entire people of Southern Kaduna and Nigeria for any inconvenience this suspension may cause. Announcer, Rear Admiral Ferguson Bobai, retired, Chairman, Planning Committee.
This is NTA News 24.
Foreign ministers of Russia and Nigeria have exchanged warm congratulatory messages to mark the 65th anniversary of diplomatic relations between the two countries. In a statement issued in Moscow, the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov praised what he described as a high level of cooperation built on mutual respect and trust and alignment on key international issues. Lavrov emphasized Russia's commitment to strengthening political dialogue and expanding collaboration in trade, economy, and humanitarian fields. In his response, Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tuga, conveyed warm congratulations to the Russian government and people. Tuga reaffirmed Nigeria's commitment to a partnership that supports prosperity and contributes to what he called a more just and equitable international order. Nigerians in diaspora must lend support by working with relevant agencies back home to promote innovation. Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu made this appeal when she met with Nigerians in Qatar on the sideline of her participation at the 2025 World Innovation Summit for Education in Doha. From where State House correspondent Adeni Taiwo reports.
Good morning. Many of them were in the room when she addressed the Education Above All plenary session at the World Innovation Summit for Education in Doha. The meeting, which was held on the margins of the summit, was an opportunity for interaction with these Nigerians, many of whom are flying the flag of the country in Qatar, showcasing different startups and innovative solutions at the summit.
We did a pilot where we reached 8.
One after the other, they shared their innovations with her, along with their request for support. While thanking them on behalf of a grateful nation, the First Lady appealed to them to see themselves as agents of change who must do more to drive development back home.
The talking pen, we saw that, but I've never seen it until I got here. But we're supposed to see it first, we. And then we can help you amplify it. Nobody's going to kill your dreams, and then you can go out and shine. Whoever has any idea, they're welcome to the table. It's not just getting a word there and, it's not really impacting the people we want it will be impacted. You can see when I'm speaking out there, I wasn't speaking for Renewed Hope Initiative. I came here to speak for Nigeria, whatever aids they want to give to us, to go to Nigeria so that we can help more people.
To fast-track the process, she referred some of the innovators to the Minister of Education, Tunji Alausa, for possible partnership, noting that more will be achieved for Nigerians when startups in and out of the country work with relevant government agencies.
So I believe that with such innovation, you're supposed to partner totally with the ministry, and they can really tell you, and they can also expand it. You have the government now that is listening, that want to promote young people. I can tell you that.
She encouraged us to be more patriotic in making sure that our solutions are solving real problems in Nigeria.
And we really love how she handled it and the way she promised that the Minister of Education is going to be of help to whatever we brought to the table.
Similarly, the First Lady received members of the Committee of Pro-Chancellors of Federal Universities of Nigeria who are attending the Education Beyond Borders Conference in Doha. From Qatar, Adeni Taiwo, NTA News.
Nigerian Central Bank, after its Monetary Policy Committee meeting, retained the benchmark interest rate at 27% as external reserves surged past $46 billion, giving the country 10 months of import cover and boosting confidence in the economy. Musa Abubakar reports.
As 2025 winds down, the Central Bank of Nigeria concludes its final Monetary Policy Committee meeting of the year, a moment to reflect on progress and set the stage for 2026. Governor Olayemi Cardoso announces a major milestone. 16 banks have now fully recapitalized, with the remaining institutions on track.
16 of them have fully complied. 27 of them have, through various means, raised capital. We are monitoring the developments, and from every indication, it is going in the right trajectory.
Beyond the banking halls, hope is sprouting in the fields. Easing food prices signal relief for households, though the governor notes that sustainable price stability depends on close coordination between fiscal and monetary policies. Nigeria's foreign reserves have climbed $46 billion, enough to cover 10 months of imports. Confidence is returning to the foreign exchange market.
The fear that used to permeate that industry and that market has literally disappeared. In actual fact, Nigerians now are very happy.
The committee retained the monetary policy rate at 27%, kept the cash reserve ratio at 45% for commercial banks and 16% for merchant banks, and maintained 75% CRR on non-TCA public sector deposits. For businesses and investors, this means borrowing costs remain manageable, liquidity is predictable, and the financial environment is stable, encouraging disciplined lending, investment planning, and long-term growth. In Abuja, Musa Abubakar, NTA News.
The federal government has debunked reports circulating some media outlets claiming that open grazing has been banned nationwide. In a statement signed by Ogene Kere Uche Chukwu, Head of Press and Public Relations, Ministry of Livestock Development, the Minister, Idi Mukhtar Meha, clarified that no such policy has been announced and that the government is instead implementing a gradual, well-structured transition from open grazing to modern ranching systems. He explained that Nigeria currently has 273 gazetted grazing reserves covering over 4.5 million hectares. The federal government is working closely with state governments to revitalize, equip and make these reserves conducive for pastoralists and other livestock operators. Mukhtar noted that the transition plan does not abolish open grazing overnight, but provides viable alternatives that support productivity, reduce conflicts and promote a sustainable livestock ecosystem. And the ministry urged the public to disregard misleading reports and rely on official government communication channels for accurate information on livestock development policies. Federal government has inaugurated a model veterinary hospital in Yola, spearheaded by the Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project under Federal Ministry of Livestock Development. According to officials, 20 states across the country are set to benefit from the services and innovations offered by this facility. Let's get more details on this from Yusuf Jika.
This gathering is more than just the inauguration of a building. It marks a significant milestone in the nation's commitment to transforming the livestock industry, promoting animal health, improving productivity, and enhancing disease surveillance. Minister of Livestock Development, Idi Mukhtar Meha, commended the Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project for championing the initiative. He said the project aligns with the federal government's agenda to develop a globally competitive, resilient, and sustainable livestock sector.
This pushes in a new phase and chapter in animal health service delivery vis-a-vis livestock development in Adamawa State and indeed in Nigeria. The administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu means business.
We look forward to better clinical services, better diagnosis, treatment and management of livestock diseases.
The national coordinator of ELPRES, Sanusi Abubakar, revealed that 20 states will benefit from the model veterinary hospital. He explained that the facility will operate at subsidized rate for livestock producers, extend the reach of veterinary services, and foster public-private collaboration in livestock health management.
We are opening doors to better disease control and early detection, reduce mortality in livestock, increase productivity, enhance food security, new employment and training opportunities for veterinary professionals.
The high point of the event was the unveiling of ambulatory veterinary services designed to provide on-the-spot care to livestock, including cattle and poultry, whenever needed, simply at the dial of a call. In Yola, Yusuf Jika, NTA News.
Thank you so much, Yusuf Jika, for that report. We take a break now. More stories ahead.
Baffy Furniture's legendary final sale of the year is here. This festive season, enjoy extra savings on luxury and comfortable sofa sets, modern and functional dining sets, sophisticated and smart bed sets, and our royal collections, classy, premium, and truly exclusive. Shop 10 million naira and receive a complimentary Daisy tea set. Spend 15 million and take home a 65-inch smart TV. Go higher at 20 million and experience unmatched comfort with our exclusive massage chair. Visit our showrooms in Abuja, Lagos, Kano, and Enugu, or shop online. It's big, it's bold, it's unforgettable. It's Baffy Furniture's legendary final sale of the year.
And the National Productivity Order of Merit Award goes to...
The only tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the Federal Government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness. Eat healthy to live longer. Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
This is NTA News 24.
The National Council on Livestock Development has recommended all states of the Federation to establish ministries of livestock to complement government efforts at the center. The council also appealed to subnational government to have dedicated budget for transboundary animal diseases, pests and zoonoses to address emerging animal diseases. And Yusuf Jika reports that this is part of the communique issued at its maiden council meeting held in Yola.
At the first National Council on Livestock have deliberated and come up with some far-reaching recommendations of transforming the industry in subnationals to adopt National Livestock Growth Accelerated Strategy (NLGAS) to raise the country's GDP from $32 billion to $74 billion by 2035. The Council also encouraged states to adopt one health platform with legal instruments to address emerging zoonoses and establish a functional state desk office for youth and women initiative with 30 to 40% empowerment programs. It also identified strengthening of animal identification and traceability for improved disease surveillance, international trade and animal rustling, as well as promoting inter-community relations among farming and pastoral communities.
Every animal will have a microchip in its body, and that no animal without a chip will be transported to anywhere, to any live animal market, livestock market. You'll be a suspect.
At councils like this, state commissioners or their representatives will be called up to give us updates on the members they probably got approvals at the previous council meeting.
The second edition of the National Council on Livestock Development is built for Lagos State in 2026. In Yola, Yusuf Jika, NT News.
The National Agriculture Foundation of Nigeria, in collaboration with Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security and All Farmers Association of Nigeria, AFAN, has formally opened the showground along Abuja Kefi Road, Karu local government area of Nasarawa State, with conversations bordering on empowering smallholder farmers by restoring value and ensuring productivity towards achieving food security. This year's agriculture show is expected to catalyze new opportunities, especially in livestock, grains, horticulture, mechanization, irrigation systems, input distribution and research to field linkages.
All stakeholders who are here and those who are not here and those who are listening to us to double their efforts in agricultural production and to improve our agricultural productivity by evolving processing mechanisms that will add value to what we produce.
This year's edition is particularly significant, coming at a time when Nigeria must accelerate investments in food systems, resilience, scale climate-smart agriculture, and strengthen smallholder productivity.
Our fertilizer plant in Lagos, now Africa's largest granulated urea facility, provides millions of tons of affordable and high-quality inputs to farmers nationwide.
The Nigerian Governors Forum reaffirms its commitment to continue to partner with the federal government, private sector, and development partners to achieve food security for our nation.
That the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and by extension, the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR is aware and mindful of the challenges of the smallholder farmers, especially that of high cost of farm inputs, and is putting relentless efforts with a view of ameliorating the circumstances.
In the next few days, farmers, policymakers and development agencies are expected to build actionable partnerships that will empower smallholder farmers to be productive, competitive and profitable. Let's talk health with health experts describing it as a major renaissance in cancer care as federal government secure $300,000 to significantly boost radiotherapy capacity at the National Hospital, Abuja. The coordinating Minister for Health and Social Welfare announced that government will continue to align and coordinate essential investments aimed at securing the future of cancer care in Nigeria and also reduce financial burden on patients, Oluseyi Adiagbo reports.
For years, oncology facilities in Nigerian hospitals have struggled to cope with rising cancer cases due to limited radiotherapy equipment, and the National Hospital Abuja has been no exception. In 2019, the hospital enjoyed a strategic partnership on a transformative upgrade with the installation of a state-of-the-art linear accelerator radiotherapy machine. To ensure the long-term sustainability of the project and address funding challenges, the donors are injecting an additional $300,000 to fund the service level agreement for the machine. For the coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Ali Pate, and the hospital's leadership, this strategic investment will support sustainable financing and contribute to building a resilient national cancer control system.
There are 3 more that we're rolling out, but that will not be enough. There will be more CT scan, more MRIs, because the infrastructure and equipment deficit in our health system is still large. But thanks to His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he increased the domestic financing for health. Almost 60% from year on year, unprecedented. When the rest of the world is trending the other way, Nigeria is bucking the trend, and we expect that that will continue.
From that time that we signed that SLA over 2 years ago till today, I assure you that we have had an uptime of close to 99%. It means that we have a one-stop shop for cancer treatment. Nigerians do not need to go anywhere outside this country to do that.
For the stakeholders, the intervention reflects a strong commitment to advancing healthcare in Nigeria, particularly in oncology. In Abuja, Olusheye Adiagbo, NTA News.
Nigeria is moving closer to an era of precision surgery, a true marker of progress in the nation's health system. Minister of Health and Social Welfare Mohammed Ali Pate stated this during the launch of the Tumai Robotic Surgery Platform, a groundbreaking robotic-assisted surgical initiative unveiled at Nisa Premier Hospital, Abuja. Ekene Nduluwe reports.
A tour of the newly inaugurated robotic theatre reveals a transformative leap in Nigeria's medical landscape. The facility showcases an advanced surgical system that blends expert human skill with cutting-edge robotics, promising enhanced precision, quicker recovery times, and significantly reduced costs for patients. Minister of Health and Social Welfare Mohammed Ali Pate describes the development as a major milestone for Nigeria. He commended Nisa Premier Hospital and its diasporan partner, Robomed Global, for taking bold steps to reshape the country's healthcare narrative and expand access to world-class medical services.
But I believe that you are also doing a service, public service, because you are training the present and future generations of surgical practitioners who can use this technology to be more precise, to deliver relief at a much lower cost for our people.
For the NISA Group, robotic-assisted surgeries represents the future of healthcare, one that brings global standard medical procedures home, eliminating the need for Nigerians to travel abroad in search of top-tier treatment.
It allows you to operate with keyhole in a way that your patient can walk away no matter how huge the operation that you've done is. It also allows all sorts of specialties from gynae to surgery to urology to perform the best they can, almost using a computer joystick.
Medical experts at the event say this milestone places Nigeria firmly on the path to advanced homegrown medical excellence. In Abuja, Ekene Nduluwe, NTA News.
The National Oil Detection and Response Agency, NOSDRA, has condemned the careless disposal of base oil and drilling mud in Irebe and Igbo Iche communities in Rivers State by unidentified individuals. This, the agency says, poses serious health and environmental risks, as well as violates the oil spill and oil waste management regulations. NASTRA has initiated a preliminary site assessment in partnership with the Ministry of Environment and will ensure appropriate sanctions for anyone found culpable. The Director General Chukwuemeka Woke reiterates strict compliance to extant laws regarding oil spills and disposal and calls on communities and stakeholders to remain vigilant. Nigerians' food insecurity challenge may be tackled by innovations from tertiary institutions. Future farmers and agri-entrepreneurs gather in Abuja to present solutions. Shehu Mohammed reports.
The National Association of Agricultural Students made an international annual conference has the theme Youth, Agriculture and Innovation in the Renewed Hope Era, driving food security and national development. The students demanded the federal government create dedicated financial and land access framework for young agri-tech developers, arguing the future of Nigeria's food system hinges on empowering innovative minds today.
The advent of the new curriculum that we're working on now is to make them job creator and not looking for any white, green, yellow, or black collar job. So immediately they can do that. It means they will create job, they will be employer of labor, and with that, there will be hope for expansion and development of our gross domestic product.
Because agriculture have various fields where you can invest in. So I see no reason why you finish in agricultural course and you'll be like looking for white collar job, where you have abundance opportunity you can venture in. Some say with your 100,000 you can venture and get what is supposed to be done.
The resolutions, including a National Youth Agri-Innovation Fund, were presented to the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security.
We want young Nigerians to be the ones building processing hubs, packaging facilities, storage centers, and agribusiness enterprise that create real wealth and real jobs. And to make agriculture truly attractive to your generation, we are deliberately widening the space for young people, not just in programs, but in policy conversations and government delegations.
As the conference closes, it leaves behind a message. Nigeria's young minds are planting seeds for a future where food security is a reality. In Abuja, Shehu Mohammed Detti, NTA News.
Joseph Sen reports that President National Industrial Court of Nigeria, Justice Benedict Kan-Yeb, is advocating stronger Employees Compensation Act to enable a victim of occupational injury access justice, especially when employees fail to remit according to the Act. This was while delivering a keynote address at the Legal Stakeholders Interactive Session on the Employees Compensation Scheme operations in Abuja.
This is the convergence of interpreters of labor law in Nigeria. The task is to deeply analyze operations of the employee compensation scheme and see how to address gaps hindering workers, including those in the judiciary, from benefiting. President, National Industrial Court of Nigeria, Justice Benedict Kan-Yeb, presents a comprehensive paper on the Employees Compensation Act 2010, which established the scheme.
To the ILO, Employment Injury Protection Scheme should be based on the no-fault principle, according to which injured workers or dependents of a deceased worker are not required to prove any fault on the employer's part in the event of an employment injury. As a result, injured workers or their dependents are automatically entitled to benefits under employment injury protection schemes.
Managing Director, Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund, Oluwaseun Falaye, however, notes that lack of awareness and compliance from employers are depriving many from benefiting from the social protection. He says the fund is re-strategizing to expand its coverage.
Whilst payment of claims and all of these are very critical, prevention is indeed very cheap and it's cheaper safer, and more sustainable. Our strategic shifts now prioritize safety audits of workplaces, employer-employee training programs on global occupational safety and health standards are our mindset.
Nigeria, by virtue of its membership of the International Labour Organization, is bound by its conventions to prevent and compensate for workplace injuries. In Abuja, Joseph Oten, NTA News.
Local chairmen in Kogi State say they receive and manage their funds independently. The official stated this in Abuja during a media briefing led by the Kogi State Commissioner for Information and Communications, Kingsley Femi Fanwo. He explained that such funds had been used for the establishment of primary health centers, tractors, roads, and addressing insecurity as well as building infrastructure across local government areas.
They are the ones receiving the allocations. They are the ones applying the allocations. And they are the ones who have said that the allocations have not been diverted. It's not about loyalty to anybody. If you go to Dekina to go and do investigative journalism, you will find out that 40 kilometers of road, access road, have been opened up by the local government administration. If you go to Kababunu, you will see an operational security house equipped with gadgets, built by the local government and already commissioned by the governor. So it's not about what they are saying, it's about what you are saying. Let the journalists go and do their vox pop, where there is a primary health care center. Ask the people there that, do you have a primary care center here? Let them tell you. Are you using it? Let them tell you. Is there a solar power here? Let them tell you.
Speaking on behalf of the 21 local government chairmen, the Argon chairman and Yagwe West Council chairman, Tosin Olokun, explained that the state government does not tamper with local government allocations, noting that government had trained 110 youths on CNG conversion, procured security motorcycles and vehicles, recruited thousands of local hunters and executed water projects across communities.
Input to boost agriculture in our respective local government councils. The list is endless. Let me hereby commend the executive governor of our dear state for his leadership, support, transparency, and commitment to grassroots development.
You're still watching the news at 10 live on NTA News 24. A quick look at some of our top stories. President Bola Tinubu welcomes release of 24 abducted schoolgirls in Maga-Kebbi State. Tax security agents to rescue remaining students still in captivity. House of Representatives holds special plenary on national security, urges Nigerians to close ranks against security threats.
We must resist fear and stand firm against those who rely on cruelty to advance their evil ideologies.
Nigerian Union of Teachers backs temporal closure of schools in vulnerable areas of the country. Central Bank of Nigeria retains interest rate at 27% as external reserves surge past $46 billion.
This is NTA News 24.
The Code of Conduct Tribunal has reassured Nigerians of its commitment to quick dispensation of justice. The chairman of the tribunal, Nasara Umar Kogo, who disclosed this at the commencement of its 2025-2026 legal year, promised to strengthen institutional integrity through fair and efficient adjudication. Omenka Marachiko reports.
The Code of Conduct Tribunal was established in Nigeria in 1979 during the Second Republic with the primary objective of maintaining a high standard of morality in the conduct of governance business, reflecting on the importance and challenges of the tribunal and outlining goals and objectives for the upcoming year. Minasara Omar highlighted plans to enhance the tribunal effectiveness.
I've requested for, when the act is amended, to have 36 number of judges. This 36 number of judges will be 5 for each of the geopolitical zones, and then these people will be trying the matters, because the humongous number of cases we inherited, we want to bring about change so that once these cases are decentralized, we'll be able to finish them quickly, just like the innovation I have brought. I've started court sitting, and there is no day my court sits without finishing a case.
In the National Assembly, we are ready to make sure that we repeal all the laws that need to be amended so that they can come into law.
The Code of Conduct Tribunal is an institution for promoting accountability and good governance in Nigeria. In Abuja, Omenka Marachukwu, NTA News.
The Groovy December Roadshow arrived lighting up Abuja City with a vibrant blend of music, entertainment and holiday cheer. It's a snippet of the main event, which is set to take place from the 15th to 31st of December with a promise to be one-of-a-kind celebration for all ages. Hadiza Godwin Ebune reports on the roadshow.
As the year winds down, the Groovy December is set to bring moments of joy and relaxation, offering a much-needed break amid challenging times. According to organizers, the event aims not only to provide fun and entertainment, but also play a crucial role in boosting the country's economy.
You know, if you are a resident of Abuja, you live in Abuja, you do business in Abuja, you are referred to as an Abujan. So indeed, there's a new revolution, a revolution that is turning the eyes of the world away from the oil in Nigeria to a new oil, which is culture, tourism, and entertainment, especially in a virgin place as Abuja.
We want to open up the tourism destinations in Abuja so that people can come from all over the world, Nigerians in diaspora, Nigerians in Nigeria who are not in Abuja. Even Abujans that are here, they should find time to hike, find time to book for a tour guide to take them around some of the tourist destinations that we have. We want to make sure that Abuja becomes not just tourism, but an economic hub.
Organizers also say the Groovy December initiative will create a vital platform for Nigerians in the diaspora to stay connected with the nation's rich cultural heritage and remain informed about developments back home. They note that the event is designed to strengthen ties, foster cultural exchange, and promote a deeper understanding of the country's current realities. Hadiza Godwin Ebune, NTA News.
Transforming knowledge into assets, ambition and economic influence is the focus of a national financial literacy program in Abuja. Let's get details from Olainka Ojo.
Employment through empowerment and financial literacy has always been at the heart of successive administrations, and the present administration is no exception. A 2023 survey report indicates that 21% of men are excluded from financial services.
It's very easy to make money, but how to retain and keep that money is one of the greatest challenges.
For Samuel Ojodale, it has been difficult trying to save, but with motivation, he now knows that knowledge is not just power, but profit.
So money was coming in, so I didn't actually plan at that particular time, so it made me it distorted my plan at that particular moment, but I learned my lesson.
Seated in this hall are young Nigerians from different walks of life, determined to make a turnaround in their finances, turning knowledge to wealth. The theme of the event, empowering a generation of smart, skilled, and a wealth-ready Nigerian youth, is a call to action for young Nigerians to become financially independent.
The young people who understand money
who know how to save, invest, build assets, manage risks, and also create values and multiple opportunities. These are the young people that will lead Nigeria into prosperity.
For every hardworking Nigeria, there will be support to do better.
Experts here highlight some skills needed to level up, such as competence, discipline, consistency, and character.
Generating income for young people has to be an entry point to increasing access, reducing risks, and deepening financial inclusion.
Immerse yourself in the learning pathways and begin this journey towards smarter financial decisions, responsible investing, and long-term wealth building.
Aside ensuring that more than 100,000 youths acquire financial literacy skills annually, another catch here is that once you're financially literate, you won't fall for Ponzi schemes. Olayinka Ojo, NTA News.
That's the news at this time. I'm Comfort Amodu. Join us for the news update at 11 o'clock.